Hi everyone, and welcome to my weekly 10 show. And today I'm going to be talking about how we can create total fulfillment in the moment and bring ourselves into a frame of mind which works for us in any given time. Okay, so before I go into that, I just wanted to say, if you want to go over to my website, I've got a great free resource over there today called How to Turn Obstacles into Stepping Stones. So if you're interested in finding out about that and receiving that, it's a free resource. Just pop your email in my in the box on my website and you'll get that for free. Okay, this week has been absolutely mental. I've been writing for a magazine, I've been interviewed, and I'm writing my book, and I've got 3 live speaking events coming up. So it's been crazy, to be honest with you, a bit mad. So yeah, it's all been a bit go, which is great. But today I want to talk about how we can create that sort of mindset, that sort of mad stuff in our lives all of the time. So, okay. So developing self-awareness in the moment. Okay. It's something that none of us really do often, because most of the time we're living in our subconscious minds and allowing that to dictate how we feel. And that means letting things like limited beliefs, assumptions, interpretations, fear, all of these things that we don't enjoy feeling, and they dictate how we feel at any given time. So your emotions come from what you're subconsciously telling yourself. Okay, so by creating self-awareness, what you do is you take control of your subconscious mind. And I had a woman get in touch this week and say that to me, that it's impossible to do that. It's not impossible to do that. I do it every day. So every time you feel that your mood is dropping, you're not feeling the way you really want to feel, that's your alarm clock. That's an alarm clock going off to tell you to check in with yourself and become internally conscious of how you're feeling at any given time. Okay? So when you feel a slump in your mood or your energy, that's your alarm clock, and it's telling you to bring yourself back to the awareness so that you can stop these feelings going on and change them to things that you actually want to be and be more in the moment. And it's only when you're in the moment that you actually start to create things that you really want in life. Okay, so when you're creating things in life, like I've just said, all of these things that you really want in life, they come from being in the moment. That's when you're creating consciously things that you really want, manifesting the things that you want, and visualizing and creating that. And you're only doing that when you're in the moment. If you're doing it, if you're subconsciously allowing your mind to dictate how your life runs, then what you're doing is you're creating the things that you don't want in life. You're creating the things that your limited beliefs think you want, that your fears are telling you that you want, all the things that you don't want. So you're just letting that run your life. So the amount of people who don't realise that is shocking, really, because we all think, oh, I don't need help, I don't need coaching. And my email's about that tonight. Because when I came out of prison, I was lost. I didn't know which direction I was going in. And it wasn't until I found IPEC, the Institute of Professional Excellence in Coaching, who taught me this philosophy and way of living, that I started to make the real profound changes in my life. And now, as I help people on a one-to-one basis do that as well. That's what I do as a coach. So I help people create the life that they actually want and become the best versions of themselves. Essentially, that's what I do. So I'm going to run through a very basic technique that we can all use in the moment that helps us ground ourselves and actually become more aware of what we're thinking at any given time. Because most of the time, interpretations, for instance, we see a situation going on and we will interpret it a certain way. And that interpretation will be born out of whatever we believe the situation is whatever's happening in that situation. So that will be born out of our beliefs, our values, all the things that we think are going on. However, most of the time, what we think is going on isn't actually going on, because we're looking at it through a lens of judgment, a lens which is clouded by our own beliefs and interpretations. And that then stops us seeing the full picture, because we're full of judgment, basically. So if you want to find out how to do this, how to stop yourself basically overthinking and being allowing your subconscious to dictate how you live your life, there's 4 main things you should do. First of all, when you find yourself in that slump, when your mood is not great, there's a reason for it. And that's the reason for that is that your subconscious is dictating to you how your life is running, and you're not aware of it at the time because you're just going along with it. So when that happens, the first thing you need to do in that situation is stop and become more aware of what's going on. So internally, ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what is going on internally? What am I actually telling myself? What am I thinking? Okay, and that's like I said, your alarm clock. If you think about it, you can use. There's a technique where you can use an actual alarm clock and set it for every hour, and then check in with yourself every hour to say to yourself, bring yourself back to the awareness, conscious awareness, and then evaluate your thoughts and ask yourself, what am I feeling physically? Consciously evaluate that. What emotions am I experiencing? What thoughts am I having? What energy level am I at? And when I say energy level, what am I feeling? Am I feeling pissed off? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling happy? Am I feeling positive? Am I feeling negative? All of these sort of things. So there's different levels of energy where we are at any given time. And sometimes we can be low, sometimes we can be happy, wherever. So by checking in with yourself, what you do is you bring that to the conscious, so you're more aware of actually how you're feeling at any given time. Okay? So that's what I mean by checking in with your energy and feeling. So those four things are, what am I feeling physically? What emotions am I experiencing? And what thoughts am I having? And what energy level am I at? So remember to separate facts from your interpretations, because when we interpret something, it's from our beliefs, so it's not a fact. So by removing judgment, removing what you believe to be true, and looking at it with a clear lens, without any sort of judgment or belief, gives you the opportunity to observe the situation clearly, and then you can choose how you really want to feel. So by recognizing what you're feeling, what you physically, and what your emotions you're feeling, and what your thoughts are about that situation, you get the opportunity to then change them to something that actually works for you. And when you do that, then your emotions rise, you feel good about yourself, and you start creating the things that you actually want in life. So you're not just sitting there thinking, oh, my life is shit because I can't do anything. No, you can change that. So you change the way you think about the situation. You see a problem, you turn a problem into an opportunity. And that's essentially how you create a mindset which works for you consistently and all the time, and enables you to actually perform at your very best all of the time, because you're aware. So it's being consciously aware of what your thinking is all the time. And it's not easy because look, we're human beings, but you can do it. It's possible, and you can do it every day. And I do it every day. I have to check in with myself all the time, because there's lots of times when I don't feel great, and then I will stop myself and say to myself, what am I telling myself about this situation? Why am I feeling that way? What can I do? What do I want to feel? And when you identify how you want to feel, then you think to yourself, now what do I have to tell myself in order to feel that way? Because if for instance, I'm angry about something, what am I telling myself subconsciously about that situation that's making me feel angry? So by identifying that, I can then change whatever the core thought is that I'm telling myself to something that actually makes me feel good about it. So see it as a situation. So for instance, changing something from a problem. So you're seeing a difficulty arise in your life, and you're telling yourself, oh no, that's a problem. So then switch that thought to something which is about opportunities. So what am I gaining from this situation, rather than what am I losing from this situation? By switching your mindset to that, what you then do is create a mindset where you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is happening, but I'm also gaining that. I'm learning this. I'm growing from that. And then you create an emotion, because your thoughts create your emotions. So bringing yourself back to the awareness and your out your subconscious is key to being successful in life. Because if you're allowing limited beliefs, fear, interpretations, assumptions, things like that, and judgments to dictate your life, you're never going to be successful. Not when I say successful, I don't mean financially successful, like some people might attribute that to. I'm talking about happy, fulfilled in every area of your life, consistently, all the time. And if you want to be that, you want to be happy, the best version of yourself all of the time, You need to be fully self-aware of what you're actually telling yourself at any given time. And that's how you create the life that you want. That's how you create success and happiness and fulfillment in the moment. By bringing yourself back to full awareness and checking in with your thoughts and then changing those thoughts to things that actually work for you. And like I said, I'm available for one-to-one coaching. I do this with people. I work a specific process, and it changed my life. It changed my life because until I found IPEC and started learning this philosophy myself and practicing it myself, my life was going nowhere at all. And it's changed my life unbelievably. And I want to help other people do the same. So if you're interested in getting in touch, like I said, head over to my website, check out my free resource, which is over there, and leave me your email. And then you'll start getting my weekly newsletter as well, with loads of great information and, resources and stuff like that weekly, which will help you stay in the moment and also move forward with your life as well. So get in touch and I can help you with that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it's been beneficial to some people, because I know it's difficult for a lot of people to do this, and that's what I'm here to do. So if you're interested in finding out more, get in touch. I'll speak to you all soon. Ta-da.